Supreme Cannabis Q2 sales increased 359%. So I thought we'd talk about it.
I tell the bitch I'm your father, Darth Vader. It's obvious, I party with a lobbyist. Weed is from Jamaica and the white is from Colombians. Old bastards sipping the old fashioned. Black horse will bury me in a cold casket. Stay large, put it in the cabinets. 16 bars, I murdered the whole alphabet. Rappers on the payroll, rosters on the savages. Vegetarians tell me where the cabbage is. No slime, haters.
You see these articles, and it's up 359%. You just wonder, it's like, when is it going to explode? The Supreme Cannabis Company. What do you guys think about Supreme Cannabis Company at $1.88? I just think this bad boy has so much potential. So I'm going to continue to talk about it. I have to keep talking about it. I must continue to talk about it. We need to continue to bring the hits. We need to keep bringing the picks. We need to bring the winners, and we need to bring them first. And I just, it's weird. It's like they announce these massive revenues, and yet the stock goes down. Supreme Cannabis Q2 sales increased 359%. SPRWF in America and FIRE now on the Toronto Stock Exchange, the TSX exchange. I believe this bad boy is going to explode. Okay. And in Frankfurt, Germany, under 53S1, announced the release of its financial and operating results for the 3 and 6 months ended December 31st, 2018. Q2 2019 financial and operational highlights. Check this out. Check this out. Q2 2019 financial and operational highlights, guys. Q2 2019 revenue for the company was $7.72 million, a 359% increase from Q2 2018. So from year over year, we've seen the revenue go from 1.68 million to 7.72 million. That is substantial. In addition to that, a 50% increase from Q1 2019. So from Q1 2019, which was 5.14 million, to Q2 2019, they went up 50% from 5.14 million to 7.72 million, which means they're starting to really grow their revenues. This is exciting. This is what we look for. This is what we really are looking for as an investor, right? A company that is growing, that their revenues are growing, which means that they're moving in the right direction. Q2 2019 net comprehensive loss for the company was 1.55 million compared to a net loss of 2.03 million in Q2 2018. So they're losing less money than they were a year ago last year, and they're making 359% more than they were a year ago last year. So their amount of loss is being reduced and the amount of revenue is being increased. This is a very good sign for this company. And a net loss of 5.39 million in Q1 2019. So they had a net loss last quarter of 5.39 million. This quarter, they only had a net loss of 1.55 million. So that's actually a substantial decrease from last quarter. During the quarter, Supreme Cannabis strengthened its balance sheet by raising 100 million of gross proceeds through a bought deal offering of 6% unsecured convertible debentures due 2021 and led by GMP Securities LP and BMO Capital Markets. Well, you got some powerhouses behind. You got some powerhouses when you got BMO, like a major bank, Capital Markets behind you, and GMP Securities. You got some big players behind you, and I just see so many great things. And I know that they're working with Wiz Khalifa, and I'm a big fan of Wiz Khalifa and his brand, and he's really deep in the cannabis space. Supreme Cannabis made its first shipments of 7 Acres branded high-end cannabis to 6 of Canada's provincially regulated adult use channels. This is just going to get bigger. The company contracted MediPharm Labs. Funny, a company that I've been telling you guys was my number 6 pick of February 2019, and it just happened to be exploding. Exploding today and yesterday. Not so much. Well, today went up and then it came back down, but there was a nice little jump there today. Pretty big. Company contracted MediPharm Labs company to facilitate the launch of the company's cannabis oil products line. I love both Supreme Pharmaceuticals and MediPharm Labs. Both monsters. Absolute beasts. Supreme Cannabis and Khalifa Kush, there it is, Wiz Khalifa's brand called Khalifa Kush Enterprises, announced an international partnership agreement to develop and launch premium cannabis products for the Canadian and international markets, excluding the United States. Wow. Interesting. They're excluding the United States, eh? Yo, what's up, Amanda in Indonesia? And people, how you guys doing? Maxed Out, Vapos, Jordan 23. How you guys doing? Thank you for joining me here. I wanted to talk to you guys about Supreme Cannabis Company. This company gets no attention. It gets no love. It gets no press. So I thought, let's bring it to the people because this company's growing and they're doing some big things and the people need to know. Okay? People need to know what's popping. All right? So check this out. So Supreme Cannabis and Khalifa Kush Enterprises announced an international partnership agreement to develop and launch premium cannabis products for the Canadian and international markets, excluding the United States, where Khalifa's from. The company's wholly owned subsidiary and multi-award winning brand 7 Acres was named Brand of the Year at the 2018 Canadian Cannabis Awards. Wow. So this is a company that is moving in the right direction, obviously winning Brand of the Year. I mean, crazy, right? The company's 7 Acres facility received Health Canada approval for approximately 30,000 square feet of additional production space in January 2018. Supreme Cannabis graduated to the Toronto Stock Exchange from the Toronto TSX Venture Exchange on February 4th, 2019. So only about 9 days ago did they graduate to the TSX. And since they graduated to the TSX, they've actually come down. Let's look at the 4th. On the 4th, they were at $2.12. So when they went to the TSX, they were at $2.12. They are now at $1.88. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I think this is a very good buying opportunity. Just looking at this chart, I personally think this is a very good buying opportunity. But, you know, what do I know? Supreme Cannabis Company, 7 Acres entered into a supply agreement with the New Brunswick Liquor Corporation and has been registered as a supplier in the province of Saskatchewan, expanding distribution into 8 provinces. That's right, 8 provinces. And 8 just happens to be my lucky number. We're pleased with our second quarter results, which show meaningful revenue growth quarter over quarter and continues to reflect our strong operational execution. Since Supreme received its license over 2 years ago, we have been one of the fastest scaling licensed producers in Canada, demonstrated by one of the strongest first years of revenue in the sector. Now, I'll be honest with you, since Navdeep Dhaliwal, CEO of Supreme Cannabis, took over, he has done a marvelous job. Check this out. How you guys all doing? Thank you guys for joining. I really appreciate having me spend some time with you explaining the financials for Supreme Pharmaceuticals, for Supreme Cannabis. And I just feel like this company has so much potential. During the second quarter, we made our first shipments of 7 Acres branded product to adult use markets in 6 provinces. The consumer feedback has been overwhelmingly positive. Cannabis enthusiasts are vocal about their passion for high-quality cannabis. We believe 7 Acres has quickly established itself as Canada's only premier cannabis producer at scale. With construction on the flowering room at 7 Acres scheduled to be completed by the end of March, we're looking forward to increasing our production capacity to meet consumer demand and drive further revenue growth throughout the year. This quarter validated many aspects of our consumer-driven market thesis and demonstrates the strength of our intellectual property around scaled cultivation. This is what is separating the Supreme Cannabis Company from a lot of other companies, and they're still priced well at $1.88. Now let's take a look at their share structure. Let's take a look at the share structure. It's very important to me. And they're an OTCQX company, so I really like that. That's the highest tier before the senior exchange in America. You can see they have a market cap of $404 million. So they have, let's see, security details, 284 million outstanding shares. So this is not a huge number. It's not like a scary number. One thing that's interesting is that their float is 281 million and the outstanding shares is 284 million. So they have no more shares that they can print. This is why people have been saying that there's potentially going to be a reverse, and I keep saying they should not do a reverse. So listen, guys, from Supreme Pharmaceuticals, if you guys are listening, do not do a reverse split. You can make it happen with the amount of shares you have. Cannabis Growth has roughly 300 million shares, and they're trading at $70, $60, $50. So there's no reason why you can't grow this company with 284 million shares. I mean, I don't see any reason why you can't grow this price. I don't see why this price isn't even higher. Thus, my thesis for this stock is that it's undervalued. It's underappreciated. It's underexposed. It has the potential to go higher. And it's doing all the right things, and I believe it will go higher. I believe it will go a lot higher. I believe it will go a lot higher. Supreme Cannabis 2019 second quarter MD&A and consolidated financial statements for the quarter ended December 31st, 2018, along with all previous public filings of the Supreme Cannabis Company, Inc., may be found on SEDAR at www.sedar.com. About Supreme Cannabis. The Supreme Cannabis Company FIRE on the TSX SPRWF on the OTCQX, which I just showed you, and in Frankfurt under the symbol 53S1, is a Canadian publicly traded company committed to providing premium brands and products that proudly reflect its consumers, people, and uniquely innovative culture. The company's portfolio includes its wholly owned subsidiary and multi-award winning brand 7 Acres, which I mentioned earlier. 7 Acres is a federally licensed producer, I like that, federally licensed, of cannabis operating inside a 440,000 square foot facility in Kincardine, Ontario. That's right, 440,000 square feet. 7 Acres is dedicated to providing consumers with a premium quality product that recognizes its customers are informed, discerning, and value a brand and culture that aligns with their principles. 7 Acres brand success has been reflected in its Brand of the Year award at the 2018 Canadian Cannabis Awards, Best Licensed Producer Branding Award at the 2018 AdCan Advertising Awards, and in provincial supply agreements where 7 Acres product is consistently listed in the highest brand category available to recreational consumers. The company's growing portfolio also includes an equity investment and long-term global distribution partnership with Lesotho-based Medigrow for the exporting of medical-grade cannabis oil. The Supreme Cannabis Company has been a leading innovator in the sector, including the design of growing facilities and developing of operational excellence metrics. We are confident that together with our flagship brand, proprietary technology and products, truly unique culture, and industry-leading team, we will deliver our shareholders consistent long-term value creation. This is a company that I think has so much potential, and the price is right. The price is right. It's not overvalued. It's not undervalued. It's priced right. So I believe the price to earning ratio is actually probably more in line with this company than it is with most. And I think it has the potential to explode. Why has it not exploded? The revenue hasn't been that big, but now that the revenue is growing, I don't see any reason why this is not going to explode. You got Wiz Khalifa behind you. You got some big facilities. You got 8 provinces that you're supplying. I mean, what? I don't see what could be the issue. I don't know. Guys, remember, Rich TV Live is strictly for education and entertainment purposes. Always do your due diligence. Always do your research before you invest in anything we talk about here on Rich TV Live. If you're not winning, you're probably not watching. We try to bring you the winners, and we bring them to you first, okay? I'm going to take a look at Fire. And we don't just bring you the winners. We actually like to analyze them for you, educate you guys, break down the news, break down the financials, break down the share structure to really kind of give you a real truth about what's going on. Like, when I look at this stock and I see 52-week low, $1.15. I see 52-week high, $2.43. I see the price at $188. What does that tell you? It's pretty much priced right in the middle right now of its 52-week low and 52-week high. It could go up or it could go down. But I think long-term it's going to go up. I really do. And you can see that it's been higher just recently and it's been coming down. It's been consolidating. But I truly believe that this is one. Look at this. PB ratio of 3.29. Like, that is not a scary ratio. It's not showing the price to earning ratio here, but I believe that it's reasonable, and I believe that this is a company that is going to make a lot of people very happy that are investors. I think you might have to be willing to wait a little bit longer, but I don't see any reason why we can't see the stock at like $5. I don't know. Do you guys agree? What do you guys think? Do you think there's any chance that this Supreme pharmaceutical company goes to $5? I think $5 is reasonable. I even think $10 could happen. You know, when? I don't know. But I definitely think it could happen. Especially if these revenues continue to climb. And we start seeing 20 million a quarter. You know, and like the numbers that we've seen other companies do. I don't see any reason why we can't see this go higher. All right, guys. That's my take on Supreme Cannabis. I think that this is a company that has tons of potential. I'd love to know what you guys think. If you like this video, smash the like button. comment on the video, share the video everywhere. If I win and you win, we all win. That's what I got for you guys today. Supreme Cannabis increase 359%. It's true. I think this bad boy is going to explode. I'd love to know what you guys think. I think it has so much potential. I think that it's undervalued, underappreciated, underexposed, and that's why I wanted to talk about it today. Okay? Very few people are talking about this company. This company is priced right to explode and to make us all very, 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 very happy. So, Supreme Cannabis, please show us the light. Give us the light. Can we see some light? I just want light.
She got a dance like that. Pull up selector. I told her, shorty, let me take it to the party. Let me pour up in the drink, just a little bit of Bacardi. Then she hit up one time, hit it back up on the dance floor. She love my rich heart, why? Cause I'm man's poor. I told her you can grind some more, you can drop it down low.
I don't know, man. Success leaves clues, man. This is gonna blow, guys. It's gonna blow, man. It's gonna blow.
She love twisting and turning, dancing and making her earning. Her life is never that born home at 4 in the morning. Yo, I can take you there. You'll never be alone. I'ma be right there. I hold you close. I'ma always care. Don't worry about the past. It's a brand new year. I knew a one girl named was Rebecca. She got a dance like that. Pull up, select.
It just had a huge run. It's come back now. Can we see it go lower? What do you guys think? Is now the time to buy this? I want to know what you guys think. What do you think, Amanda? Is it the time to buy fire now? Or, obviously it was at 120. That was the time to buy, but are we going back to 120? Or are we going higher up? I want to know what you guys think. I just think like the revenue's going up. The debts are going down. It's going in the right direction, right? They got Wiz Khalifa brands. Comment down below, guys. Let me know what you think. Supreme Cannabis Q2 sales increased 359%. It's true. You're not winning, you're not watching. This is your boy Rich. And I'm out. Peace. Just give me the light. Just give me the light.